Good morning, guys. Brian Ramsden here. Going to be doing another video this morning. I got a question in about a fat loss diet and some general nutrition tips. So I had an individual message me who's currently trying to lose some fat, and they pretty much emailed me their diet on a daily basis and asked me to kind of give it a critique. So I'm going to do just that. Let's run down real quick what they're consuming on an average day. So morning and breakfast, they're up. They're having a whole grain bagel with some peanut butter. That's half a bagel with some peanut butter on there. A couple hours later, they're having a mid-morning snack with some vegetables and a little bit of ranch cup, so celery, carrots, like that, with a little bit of ranch on the side to dip into. Lunch, they're consuming a grilled chicken salad. And then they're having a late afternoon snack with one piece of fruit. And then they're having a large family dinner at about 800 calories total for about that dinner is what they're giving themselves. And that rounds out their total day at 1,200 calories. So first off, and the individual has lost 12 pounds to this point on this diet. So congratulations to you on that. That's excellent progress. Anytime you're able to stick to some sort of diet and lose that kind of weight, and I'm completely clueless to your physical activity level, so maybe you're just dieting, maybe you're not even exercising. But either way, 12 pounds is definitely something to celebrate, and I urge you to keep going. And hopefully this video will give you some tips to really get you motivated, pumped up, and just keep going to the point that you crush out and get to where your ultimate end goal of weight, of what you're trying to lose. So at Ramsden Elite Fitness, our first step, number one step in regards to nutrition, is meal frequency. Okay, and with that, you do pass flying colors. Okay, you're trying to eat 4 to 6 meals a day, and the reason, to quickly sum that up, is that my clients are not starving all day. When people eat just 3 meals, they undereat, especially when on a diet, so they're not getting adequate amounts of calories and nutrients, and they're feeling like they're starving, which leads to binge eating, constant snacking, overeating, just people flat out quit the diet. So on that part, you're excellent. You're eating about every 3 hours or so. To wrap up at about 5 meals a day, which is right in between the 4 to 6 meals that I'm urging you guys to eat out there. So step one, you're golden. A couple recommendations I'd have for you: start trying to get protein at every one of those meals. All right. So for breakfast in the morning, maybe you want to get some sort of protein shake in there. Get a blended protein, a whey protein, a protein supplement. Stick a scoop in and then sip on that as you're making your bagel and peanut butter, and then as you're eating your bagel and peanut butter, wash it down with protein shake. There's 20 grams, 20 to 30 grams of protein right there. Maybe your mid-morning snack, you're having those vegetables. Maybe you get 3 hard-boiled eggs in there with that. Excuse me, or a protein bar, and then you can do to add some protein in there. Maybe a can of tuna. Lunch is excellent. You've got protein in there, and it's a low-calorie meal with just salad. And then even in your snack in the afternoon, again, add some sort of protein. Maybe a couple, cheese sticks can work. Depending on if it's a loaf, if it's a light cheese, so that you have a little more protein in it than fat. And then, of course, now I think you know this, but the dinner, I would love if the dinner could come down a little bit. Research doesn't really show that if someone overeats dinner that it's clear that they're going to store all that extra energy. It's more about daily allowance of in and out calories. So, which is why obviously you've lost weight to this point. If that was the case, you would store most of your energy for dinner, but that's not happening. Just as a balanced approach, I know family meals are a very tough issue. Obviously, I would never ask you to cut out family dinner or have somebody prepare you something special just because you're on a diet. So go ahead and enjoy those. Maybe just cut down the portions. So if it's 800 calories for a whole plate of food, maybe have half your plate, get 500, 500 calories there. And then a couple hours later, have a snack before bed. Maybe that's a better way to do it. Family meals, and this is no knock. I love some good home cooking, but sometimes they tend to be not very good sources of calories. Lots of cooking oils or butters, lots of sauces, lots of carbs, bread, pasta, that kind of stuff there. So usually they're not as nutritious as obviously your lunchware if you're having a grilled chicken salad. So if you could, another step could be maybe to cut that down a little bit. Maybe get 500, 600 calories from dinner there, your family meal, and then have another snack at night before going to bed. Another thing I think you should do is I think you should increase your calories. I think 1,200 is the bare minimum for a lot of people. So it makes it very hard to stick to, especially depending on your weight. But if you're 180 pounds, 200, 220 pounds, you're going to be needing to eat more calories than 1,200. 1,200 is bare minimum, fat loss diet. I think it makes it way too hard off the bat. I think you're better off going to Google and just type in daily caloric needs, and it should pull up some sort of calculator where you just put in your height, weight, your sex, and your activity level, and it will spit out a number to you, probably over 2,000, I would say, for calories that you can eat in a day and still lose weight. So that's where I would normally start with my clients, just because sustainability wise, like the diet you're currently on, the 1,200 calories, do you think you can do this the rest of your life? That's my question to you. Do you think you can do this for the next 6 months, every single day like this? Given a random cheat meal here and there, but can you stick to this diet? Oftentimes it's a no. It's just very, very hard when you're eating so little. You want to enjoy life every once in a while, or people just get the cravings and they end up binge eating or eating snacks constantly. So give yourself a little more calories, maybe increase your physical activity level. Maybe if you're not getting any physical activity, do some of that. That's a great way to eat a little more during the day and still lose weight, is to get physical activity. Like I said, I think it's a two-pronged attack. I think you got to have exercise and you got to have nutrition. You got to have them both to be ultimate, if you're going for your ultimate goal, fat loss. But I think you're off to a great start. I know there are tons of people that are struggling just to lose a pound or 2 pounds, and at this point you've lost 12. So like I said, I've got nothing but respect for you, and kudos to you, man, for doing that to this point. Hopefully take some of these tips I'm giving here in this video and apply them. And don't apply them all at once. It can be a bit overwhelming. Maybe do one at a time. To start, maybe just go to those calculators and figure out what's a good recommendation for you to eat a day. And again, if you have trouble finding that, or you want me to do it for you, just shoot me a message on here on Facebook, or text me, and I'll have no problem doing it for you. And I'll actually get your breakdown of macronutrients correct too, so that you know how much fat to eat, how much carbs, how much protein you're supposed to be eating a day. I can help you with all that. Like I said, you get the right number of calories in. I think you can have a little more, since you're only at 1,200, and then get some protein in every meal. And that right there, along with increasing physical activity, is going to set you on a path of sustainability, and that's what we're all about here. Okay, I don't want to. You shouldn't have a diet plan for 6 months just so you can crash and have to start over from scratch again, right? We want you guys to maybe able to make these changes for the rest of your life. Okay, and that's the way to do it, is by eating those frequent meals, eating hearty meals with lots of protein in them. It makes dieting fun. I've been on a diet, I guess you could say, for 3 years now. By eating this way, and it's a whole lifestyle change, and it's so much for the better, and it optimizes your results, which is what we want. So like I said, if you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them on here. I'll be happy to address them. I love doing these videos. I think I'm going to try to make this part of my daily routine and pump out at least one a day if the demand is there question wise, and so far it has been. I've been getting excellent questions from people, and pretty frequently. Also, if you haven't seen my website yet, make sure to check it out, www.ramsandelitefitness.com. That's going to be more like a blog style post where I'll write out articles and be able to link to different places so that you can see exactly where I'm getting my research from, and stay up to date on stuff over there as well as on my Facebook page. Again, just want to thank you guys for your support, and keep the questions coming. I love them, guys. Take it easy, guys.